Hey, my name is Vikky, and today I'll be watching Attack on Titan Season 1, Episode 18. But before I start watching, I just want to quickly explain my system regarding the comment section, because a lot of you commented that I should get a moderator or that I just should stop reading your comments. So basically, my friend who recommended Attack on Titan to me is helping me with the comments. Most of the time we do it that way, that he reads them and then screenshots me those which he thinks that do not contain any spoilers. Then I read them, and if I have any replies to them, I write them down, send them to him. He just copies and pastes them into the comment section, so he does have an access to my channel. And with that system, I think there's a really slim chance that I would ever get spoiled by the comment section. I've heard that some people have moderators who actually delete all the comments who contain spoilers, but I don't think that's my style, because a lot of the times, even if the comments do contain spoilers, the person who wrote that comment actually didn't have any intentions to spoil me. So my friend will never delete any comments unless there's a comment which has only the purpose to spoil me and has bad intentions. So I just appreciate the fact that some of you take your time to write down a comment. It takes up your free time, and I'm really grateful for that. And that's why even though there are some comments which I won't read, my friend will still like them. He will still like them just to show you, because I said that to him, just to show you my appreciation for the fact that you took your time to leave a comment. There already have been some comments which contained potential spoilers, and I haven't read them, but they still received the like from this account, because as I said, I just want to show you my appreciation. I will always appreciate all your comments, but it's not necessary that I will read them because they could contain some spoilers. So I just wanted to clear that up, because since the first episode, when a lot of you have already started to advise me to not read the comment section, since then I'm really trying my best to avoid all the spoilers. I'm spending very small amounts of time on this account. I made a new one when I'm watching YouTube, so just to make sure that I don't see any Attack on Titan recommendations. I just want to keep my reactions pure, authentic, and also as you all know, I like to make long discussions, and if I would get spoiled, then I would just lose the drive to make these long discussions, because why would you discuss or theorize about anything if you already know the answer, right? I'm definitely aware of the problem that spoilers do present, and I just have to say that I think my system is working. I just have to thank my friend, because he's been really the main reason for this thing to be possible. So the last episode, it kickstarted, I guess, this new arc, and they didn't make it very far, and already there is a new major issue, which is of course the female Titan. And as I said, my biggest guess is that this is Annie. I looked at the female Titan when I was editing my reaction to the previous episode, and I just don't know, is it just me, or does she really look a bit like her? It just makes the most sense. I was thinking about were there any other female characters who could know Eren. The only new I thought about is Riko, but if she were to be the female Titan, then that would completely ruin her arc, which she had in the whole trust battle. So it just doesn't make so. I think Ani makes the most sense. The only issue I have with that theory is the fact that when the first village fell, she was probably 10 years old. I mean, there was no evidence that she actually was there, but Armin said that probably she brought the Titans to that place. So I'm expecting everything. Like, she's not there, they probably will try to kill her because of her speed. They just cannot run away from her. Like, so I'll just start watching. The Forest of Giant Trees.
ライナの馬は戻ってきたのに、どうして俺の馬は戻ってこねえんだよ。最悪一人をここに置いていかんとならねえぞ。その場合の一人を。
Oh shit.
手負いのアルミンか。でかいから二人乗りのきつそうなライナーか。それとも俺が走って自分の馬を探すべきか。おいアルミン。でももう決めねえとな。辛い選択だが、一人ここに残る人。
Oh yes, what? Just like Sean thought, shit.
待って。その前に縁談を打ってみよ
う。アルミン、あと3分だけ待つ。それまでにここに残るものを決める。
僕が残る。でもその代わりに僕に代わって報告してほしいことがある。できればエルヴィン団長にだけ。
いや、アルミン、それはお前が自分で報告しろ。あれは。
Oh, that's is that Krista?
Krista?
Yeah.
みんな大丈夫？みんな最悪なこと。
Interesting.
本当によかった。
神様。
女神。結婚したい。
Interesting.
緑の縁談だと。
陣形の進路だけを変えて作戦続行するみたいだね。
そんな撤退命令じゃないの。
エルヴィン団長は一体何考えてんだ。
わからなくても今の状況じゃやることは決まってる。判断に従おう。
今のところは順調に進んでるように感じる。でも実際のところはどうだろう。
What does that mean if they're all doing that?
すでに死人が出ているんじゃ。報告します。行動伝達です。右翼索敵、壊滅的打撃。索敵一部機能せず。右翼側。
So Levi's squad is still close to the whole thing, right?
でもアルミンも他の奴らもまだ中央の近くが持ち場なはずだ。そこまでは巨人は進行してないだろう。黒の円弾、飛行士が。やけに陣形の深くまで侵入させちまったな。
Yeah, it's her. Oh, so they tried to distract her. Nah, but she's too smart. She's still covering it. Yeah, it's too strong. She looks bloodthirsty. Oh, what the hell? Oh.
れば。以上の侵入は許せん。
Oh, she's just going to kill them bits by bits. That's probably the downside of this formation. Oh, creepy music.
このままじゃ陣形はあそことぶつかるな。ああ、見えてきたぜ。巨大樹の森が。
The music is creepy.
巨人の往来があったようだな。路地に草木が生えていない。後方に伝達してくれ。これより中列、二馬車護衛班のみ森に侵入せよと。はっ。ランチ店からもえらい外れを出せ。
わからない。わからないけど、エルヴィン団長の判断だ。何か意図があってのことだと思うけど。
どんな意図だす。どんな意図があるにしろ、こんなとこで立ち止まるわけにはいかねえ。ここを通過してどこか他の場所へ向かうとしか考えられんが。総員止まれ。発見して樹上待機せよ。森に入ろうとする巨人がいれば全力で阻止するのだ。班長、それはどういった。黙って指示に従え。何がどうなってんだ。
中列だけ森の中に入っていったみたいだけど、陣形ってどうなってるんだ。
陣形はもうない。
なんで進路を変えてこの森を避けなかったんだ。エルヴィン団長は地図読み間違えちゃったのか。
わからない。右翼側の脅威を避けようとするあまり、ここまで追い込まれてしまったのかもしれない。
But why didn't they all just go through the center together?
その挙句ただ突っ立って森に入る巨人を食い止めろと。それにろくな説明もないってのが斬新だ。
Everything is suspicious and confusing.
極限の状況で部下に無能と判断されちまった指揮官は、よく背後からの謎の負傷で死ぬって話があるが、別に珍しい話でもねえってこったよ。
じゃあ、それじゃ。
Is he trying to kill him?
マジになんだよ。命令に従う。巨人を森に入れない。5メートル級接近。
I mean,
なぜ陣営をこんなところに来させたんだ。女型の巨人はエレンを追っている。そして団長もそのことを知っている。そう仮定する。そこから考える。
how would he know that?
兵長、
Irvin.
リヴァイ兵長。
なんだ。
なんだって、ここ森ですよ。
分かりきったことをピーピーわめくな。周りをよく見ろエレン。この無駄にクソでかい木を。立体起動装置の機能を生かすには絶好の環境だ。
So it's safer.
考えろ。
But then why didn't they just all go inside the forest?
俺が新兵だから今の状況を飲み込めてないだけで、簡単に答えを教えてもらえないのも自分で学ぶ必要があるからか。
ふざけんなよ。ほんと何これ。どうなってんだ。まったく。
Wait, whom is he?
まさか誰もこの状況を理解できていないのか。
Everyone is panicking.
命令は巨人を森の中に入れるなだったよな。つまり交戦する必要なんかないはずだよな。
Yeah, that's the same thing that they did at the Battle of Trust. Interesting.
黒の演弾。
すぐ後ろからだ。右から来ていたという何かだな。
お前ら剣を抜け。
Is that her? What the hell is happening? The music is crazy. Yeah. What? I don't... Oh shit. I don't know why I thought that in the air it was Levi. Oh, her face. Oh, ah. What the hell? Her face, man. This was probably, I don't know if it was just me, but this was extremely confusing. Wow. So here at the end I was a bit like extremely confused because I don't know why, but I thought that it was Levi who was in the air because he drew the blade seconds ago and then said it will happen quickly. And then someone was in the air, I thought it was him, and then the female titan just smacked that guy away, and I thought it was Levi who she hit, and maybe that confused me a bit more here at the end. I just couldn't tell if now, because I think that those info cards, I'll read them later, but the little that I got to read was that it says now this forest of the giant trees is now a safe point for the Titans. And also Levi said that it's safe because it's ideal for the maneuvering system. But then again, so many of them were confused. And even Jean was like, why are we going to this tourist spot? So I don't know, is this forest safe or not? Because if it is safe, then why were they complaining? Like, it's logical to go through a forest if it's safer than going outside. Like, yeah, I guess maybe the whole formation becomes broken, but I mean, it makes sense if they had so many losses now that they would go through the forest, because even though their formation breaks down, they still are in a much safer environment than on a field outside of the forest. But the first thing that confused me was when I've seen a lot of those green smoke signals at the beginning. I thought that this meant something else. I guess they were just relaying the information of the commander, but it confused me because I thought that the only one who can use the green signal is Irvin, and I thought that this meant something else than just changing the direction, because so many of them released the green smoke signal. And the second thing was, of course, the fact that they went to the forest and somewhere, and like everyone was confused, complaining, what the hell are we doing? Except like Levi, he was talking that, yeah, they're there because it's safer. I really don't know what the hell is going on right now. And at the end, he was just silent. Everyone was saying to him, give us orders, and he was silent, and then at the end, cover your ears, and took that smoke signal. And then also, I guess Irvin saw the female titan, or maybe she knew about her. I just want to know if this was pre-planned or if this had to happen now. Did he change his plans according to seeing her, or is this something he knew about and planned all along? Like, if he knew about it before, wouldn't he prepare better? Because she had to now wipe a lot of their soldiers. I think she like killed the whole right flank or something like that. But Levi also needs to know something, unless he's so cold-blooded that's why he's not panicking. And also at the end, when Levi shot that thing, I guess it's to give a signal to Maybe they have a trap for her? Yeah, that makes the most sense. They probably... I suppose that's why Irvin wanted the other ones to hide in the trees, so they would attract all of the titans to them, except for her. She will go inside the forest, so they will not have to deal with the other ones, because they're attracted to all of the humans on the trees. And Irvin and and the soldiers with him are making an ambush, and that's what Levi's gun is supposed to do, to give them a signal on when to attack her. I guess that's the biggest thing there, and probably Irvin thought that that's the safest way, the best way to try to fight her. If that's true, that there is a trap made for her, which is that would mean that Irvin had to know about her before, because he would have to tell that Levi before they went on this expedition, that as to when he should use that smoke signal. And he planned this all along to try to attract her, to get her attention, and then just to drag her into the forest and use the advantage of the forest, I suppose. But how did he know about... I mean, that's just... At the same time, it would make sense that he would know the female titan if he was the colossal titan, Irvin. But if he was the colossal titan, why would he do this ambush for her? If it is an ambush, of course. I really need to see the next episode to I guess make more sense of this. Okay. As I said, I probably felt the same way as everyone in Levi's squad did, and Eren. I really didn't know what exactly is going on. I guess that's what they wanted us as viewers to feel. Maybe I missed something. I'll now quickly go through the whole episode. We started off with our 3 survivals of the first encounter with the female titan, Reiner, Jean and Armin. And at first I was a bit afraid, because as Jean was thinking, and then even Reiner said someone will have to stay behind, and that would probably mean like death for that guy. I mean, on that open field you don't have any coverage, you cannot hide anywhere, there are not any trees, houses or anything you could use your maneuvering system on, so that would be extremely dangerous. But luckily Krista appeared, brought 2 horses with her, and it was funny because all of them were amazed by her goddess-like appearance, aura, energy that she was showing. And it reminds me of the third episode where Sasha viewed on Krista in the same way. Then they slowly started to follow the other members of the Sorry Corps behind. And yeah, that is the point where they have seen all the green signals which were indicating the direction which they should head. And I think they were all confused, which confused me, and I think they were confused because of the fact that they thought they would regroup and stop. It was shown multiple times in this episode that they were all confused as to why he's continuing if they received so much damages already. We have also seen that Eren and Levi's squad are around with the Survey Corps. They are not. I think they're in that center position which they said they will be. I just wasn't sure because nor Armin, Jean or Reiner really knew where Eren was. And speaking of this also indicates that Erwin knew about, because I said that this could be happening because he's aware of a traitor. But did he do this because he was aware of someone being the female titan? That he tried to keep Eren's location a secret because of that. So then I think we've seen the female Titan killing some of the soldiers, and she definitely enjoys this. She enjoyed it, and it's crazy to think because she has to be in control. She has to be in control for her to be able to avoid so many attacks, to jump when she has to cover her neck when she has to. And her smiling and her looks like this is horrible because like whoever that person is, and as I said, my biggest bet is Annie, is wicked, is evil as hell. I mean, if you're a human and then just enjoy stomping on humans, killing them, and at the same time having that bloodthirsty look and smiling a lot of the times, that's disturbing to know that a person like this exists. And if this is Anya, this will be so. I mean, we haven't spent a lot of time with her, but knowing that she lived with all of them, she trained with them, had some nice interactions here and there, like Armin and with Eren, and to know that underneath that she had a really like chill face all the time, and to know that underneath that is a monster, it's definitely crazy to know. That's the most disturbing thing. I mean, the fact it definitely is disturbing that the Titans are eating humans, but at the same time their intelligence is very low, so they're probably acting according to their instincts. And even though, as I said, this doesn't mean that this is now reasonable and that you should just accept the Titans as some animals, it's still more reasonable than being someone who has the power to shift into a Titan, who has the power to basically counter the Titans. But at the same time, he's not doing that, he's basically attacking the humanity. I mean, it's just so sad. It's sad. If it is true that each of that armored, colossal, and now female Titan is their own person, that means there are 3 persons who have this power, who they could, I mean, imagine if they were to help the humanity. They could easily win. Like, the colossal Titan could just kick all of the Titans around. Eren and the female Titan and the armored Titan, they would just stomp everyone. Like, literally. Like, why the hell are they doing this? And even if it is one person who can shift between all these colossal female and armored Titan forms, still, why is he doing this? Like I said in one of my previous episodes, I think it's because someone wants to keep the war alive, to sell weapons. But her, like, look at her face, she enjoys it. Like, this is not just for a money or power reason, it's for the enjoyment also, and that's disturbing and that's crazy to think that someone would enjoy doing this. So as she was killing them and she just had fun, like she was swinging someone around like he was nothing. And the whole expedition then reached the forest of the giant trees. The center entered it, the other ones went around, and at that point I asked myself, why the hell aren't they all entering the center? Because they would be together, and if the scouting is not available, then what's the point of the flanks going around? But I guess it was so that, as I said, just to distract all of the other Titans, so that they could capture the female Titan. Like, that's my biggest, that's the most reasonable thing I can think of. That's that somewhat explains everything that happened, that they're preparing an ambush for her. So all the likes of Jean were really confused, like why will they now just have to stand up there and do nothing and wait for the Titans? And at some point he was talking in a sense that he will, I think I understood it right, he was saying that he thinks about killing the squad leader. And Armin was like, what are you thinking about? But he didn't, he just said, I will obey the orders. But to see that he's thinking about it, I guess it just shows that, of course, he still will have his old characteristics about thinking about himself mostly, his safety. Because, you know, even if someone does develop and gets a new not new mindset, but definitely he changed his opinion on this whole thing, at the end of the day, he won't just change as a human and will just stop caring about himself. He still, of course, cares for his safety, but even though he does that, he still is brave enough and he still obeys the rules. So that's that, and then it was Eren talking with Levi. Levi said that, and then Armin was thinking that Erwin probably knows about the female Titan, that's why they're there. So as I said, he knows about her. Here's just a question if he knew this before everything started. And then when they went inside the forest, then they showed us Eren and he was talking to Levi why they are here. Levi said it's great for the maneuvering system. And then Eren thought, so yeah, he probably wants me to think about this myself. That's how all of the new recruits learn their fighting skills, by having experience. But then he realized that the only one who's not panicking is Levi. And everyone else was in confusion. Everyone else was like thinking, what the hell are we doing here? A black smoke signal was shot. I thought it was her, and it was her, the female Titan. She smacked someone. I thought it was Levi. It was not. But still, she knows there, and she was just smacking everyone around and is catching up to the squad. And Levi was just silent, and everyone was, give us order, Captain, give us order. And he was just waiting, and then said, cover your ears, and shot the smoke signal. I don't know what to tell. Like I said, the most logical thing to me is that he's doing this because they made an ambush. He was waiting to the point where he said, okay, now I send the signal, and then everyone will jump from the tree and attack her. That's my biggest bet. Yeah, it's really confusing. I mean, even those of Levi's squad were confusing, so it's reasonable that I'm also too. I mean, it has to mean something, I guess. It has to mean, because if it just is a signal to send for help, then why didn't he shoot it immediately? You know, so it has a greater meaning than just a signal for help. But yeah, but if this is just a signal for help, then I don't know what he was thinking. She's right there, and even though he's strong, I don't know if they could potentially beat her. The only one I think who is capable of killing her right now is Eren. As I said, it points to the fact that Erwin knew this before. But is this the best plan he could come up with? To hide the fact that she exists? Because in my opinion, the easiest thing would be to use Eren. I mean, yeah, they still have their doubts about his controlling, possibly, but they still took the risk with him when they were in the Trust village. So I guess the best would be for him to change, for him to battle her, and then all of them could also help him and attack her. Because if this was his plan and he knew that he will lose a lot of men, I mean, and I think it would be much more reasonable to let them know about her and that they would be prepared for something like that, because most of them thought it was just an abnormal and they just like attacked her and went solo on her. Like, even when there was a group attacking her, it was impossible to defeat her. So if Eren knew about this, this is unfair to everyone, because they thought this is an abnormal, and they just attacked her and they got killed. As I said, in my opinion, if I would knew about this before, I would use Eren to kill her. That would be my best option. And if I would have any doubts about Eren, then I would just train him before. I don't think they had any time limitations before they had to go on this expedition. So they could train Eren and then just leave him to kill her and help him, basically. Even if she's stronger than him, I think with him distracting her, it would definitely help everyone to have a greater chance to cut her neck. Okay, so to talk about the info cards. So yeah, I read them now, and they say that there are multiple of these forests, and the first said the trees can exceed the height of 80 meters, which is extremely large. And the second one said that before the Wall Maria fell, this was a tourist point, but now is a strategic locations for the Survey Corps. So it does mean that this is a safe place, if this is a location which the Survey Corps were using before. So it means that they were... So that's why I was confused, because I didn't know, because some were confused why we are here. Wouldn't then everyone be happy? Oh, we ran into a forest. This is great, because this is safe now. I don't know. But also what is interesting is the fact that these are mythical trees. Like, this is not from our world. Like, I know that this is a fantasy world because of the Titans, but at first I thought that only the Titans are the mythical thing about this world. So I guess no. So I guess if you go outside the walls, you can encounter probably a lot of magical stuff, which is interesting. Like, these trees are maybe not magical, but let's just say that the world differs from that more things than just the Titan existence is different from that to our world. As I said, this Attack on Titan world reminds me of a steampunk-esque world. And if you're not familiar with steampunk, it's basically what would our world look like if the most of our technology would still be based on steam, so no electricity. So we're still having, but the world is still the same, there's still normal animals, normal trees, everything is the same, plants, but it's just the course of the history that changed. But that world, as I said, still has the same natural laws, logic as our. But so it seems like there's a big possibility that the Attack on Titan world has a lot of hidden, unknown magical stuff, which may be explored in the future episodes. Yeah, my predictions now for the upcoming episode. I guess it will be an action-packed episode. And what else could now happen? It's at that point where they'll battle, probably, or try to escape, or anything. Like, they have to continue from there because she's so close to them. It's like the only possible thing that will be explored. Like, they cannot now time skip this. We need to know what actually happened there. And I guess we will see if Eren had a plan. There might be a Titan battle between Eren's Titan and the female Titan. If I'm being honest, I'm expecting the worst. Like maybe some main characters could potentially die, because she's extremely dangerous, and as was shown multiple times, it's extremely hard to kill her. So we'll have to see. So yeah, now the grading of this episode. And if I'm being honest, I really don't know. As I will edit my reaction, I'll rewatch the whole episode and I will give you my grade to it in the next video, because I think that partially due to my own confusion I missed some important things, and I just don't think that I can give a fair, reasonable grade to this episode. And I'm also running low a bit on time right now, so I just want to finish this because I don't want to refilm any parts, and I think it's appropriate because I think at this state I cannot give it a fair grade, because there could be that I missed a lot of stuff. So I'll do that at the beginning or end of the next video. So if you have enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Any feedback is massively appreciated. I'm hoping that this video is out as said on Thursday, and that the next video will be out on Saturday. See you soon.